Why are meteorologists tracking 3 distinct weather systems converging on the eastern United States this week? Second, multiple areas of low pressure are developing in sequence across the continental United States. Frozen pipes become likely when temperatures remain below 20 degrees for extended periods. Allow faucets to drip slowly to prevent freezing. Locate main water shutoff valve and ensure accessibility during emergency situations. Step 2 involves power backup preparation. Charge all electronic devices, including cell phones, tablets, and portable radios. Locate flashlights and verify battery supplies. Test emergency generators in well-ventilated, outdoor areas only. Carbon monoxide poisoning increases dramatically during power outages when heating devices are used improperly. Install fresh batteries and smoke detectors and carbon monoxide alarms. Step 3 requires food and medication preparation. Stock 72 hours of non-perishable food supplies. Include manual can opener and disposable plates. Ensure adequate prescription medications are available. Consider neighbors who may. Third, the jet stream configuration is allowing these systems to maintain strength as they progress eastward. Require assistance during extended cold periods. Pet supplies, including food and medications, should be included in emergency preparations. Step 4 involves vehicle preparation. Maintain at least half-tank fuel levels in all vehicles. Check tire pressure and tread depth for winter driving conditions. Keep emergency supplies, including blankets, water, and non-perishable snacks in vehicles. Ice scrapers, snow brushes, and traction aids should be accessible in all vehicles. Step 5 addresses home heating systems. Change furnace filters and verify proper operation. Clear heating vents and radiators of obstructions. Close dampers in unused fireplaces to prevent heat loss. Emergency planning and resources. Power outage response requires specific safety measures. Never use outdoor equipment, including grills, camp stoves, or generators inside homes. Current conditions show the first system bringing significant snowfall to New England regions or attached garages. Carbon monoxide is colorless and odorless. If trapped in vehicles during winter weather, remain calm and stay with your vehicle. Run the engine briefly for heating while ensuring exhaust pipes remain clear. Call for help and conserve cell phone battery. Emergency contact numbers include local emergency management agencies. Virginia residents should contact 8-1-1 for utility emergencies. Maryland and Pennsylvania residents can access similar services through their respective state emergency systems. Hypothermia signs include shivering, confusion, and drowsiness. Seek immediate medical attention for suspected hypothermia cases. Frostbite prevention requires dry clothing and adequate insulation of extremities. While the second system approaches from the northern Rockies, National Weather Service data indicates medical emergency response times may be extended during severe weather. Individuals with chronic medical conditions should prepare additional medications and contact physicians regarding emergency care protocols. Community support systems. Local organizations are activating winter weather protocols. American Red Cross chapters are preparing emergency shelter facilities across affected regions. Salvation Army locations will provide warming centers and meals during extended cold periods. Faith-based organizations and community centers are coordinating neighbor assistance programs. Check on elderly neighbors and relatives who may require additional support. Municipal services are establishing warming centers in public buildings, libraries, and community centers. Winter weather advisories are active across 15 states from the Dakotas to Vermont. May provide temporary shelter and charging stations. Food banks are preparing emergency distribution services for affected families. Volunteer organizations require coordination through local emergency management agencies. Social services departments are activating protocols for vulnerable populations, including homeless individuals. Recovery timeline analysis. Saturday morning will begin the recovery phase for areas affected by the second winter system. Road clearing operations will prioritize. interstate highways, and primary routes before addressing secondary roads. Complete snow removal may require 48 to 72 hours in rural areas. Power restoration efforts will continue through the weekend. Utility companies report priority restoration for hospitals, emergency services, and critical infrastructure. Blizzard warnings remain in effect for portions of West Virginia due to lake-effect snow conditions. Residential power restoration typically requires 3 to 5 days following major winter weather events. Monday's potential third system could extend recovery timelines if significant accumulations occur. Normal business and school operations should resume by Tuesday across most affected areas pending final system passage. Economic impacts will be concentrated in transportation and retail sectors. Holiday shopping activities may be disrupted during the weekend period. Mail and package delivery services will experience significant delays. Insurance claims processing typically begins immediately following storm passage. Documentation of property damage should begin as soon as safely possible. The atmospheric river pattern feeding moisture into these systems originates from Pacific Ocean sources. Long-term pattern implications. This multi-system event indicates a significant pattern shift toward more active winter weather across the eastern United States. The Arctic air mass penetration suggests continued cold temperatures through mid-December. Additional snow and ice events remain possible as the jet stream maintains its current configuration. Climate patterns indicate La Niña conditions are contributing to increased winter storm frequency across the continental United States. This weather pattern typically persists through February, suggesting residents should prepare for additional winter events. Energy cost will likely increase due to extended heating demands. Budget planning should account for higher utility bills through winter. Temperature contrast zones are establishing sharp boundaries between Arctic air masses and warmer southern air. Agricultural impacts may affect winter crop protection strategies. Livestock protection measures become essential during extended cold periods. Water supply systems require monitoring for freezing damage and service disruptions. Construction and outdoor work activities will face significant scheduling challenges. Tourism and travel industries should anticipate continued weather-related disruptions. Next, system monitoring. Weather surveillance continues for Monday's potential development. The National Weather Service will issue updated forecasts Friday evening as computer models refine predictions. Residents should monitor local weather services and emergency management communications for the latest information. Storm tracking technology provides increasing accuracy within 72 hours. This creates ideal conditions for rapid cyclogenesis and intensification of winter storm systems. Of system arrival, Doppler radar networks will provide real-time precipitation, type and intensity monitoring. Social media and emergency alert systems will distribute critical safety information. NOAA Weather Radio provides continuous broadcasts during severe weather events. Local television and radio stations maintain extended weather coverage throughout significant events. Mobile phone emergency alerts will notify residents of immediate safety threats. Internet extended preparation considerations. Heating fuel supplies should be verified for extended cold periods. Propane, heating oil, and natural gas availability may be affected by transportation and delivery disruptions. Fireplace wood should be stored in accessible locations. Upper-level divergence patterns support surface low-pressure development across multiple geographic regions simultaneously. Alternative heating sources require proper ventilation to prevent carbon monoxide accumulation. Never use outdoor heating devices inside homes or enclosed spaces. Space heaters require 3-foot clearance from combustible materials. Extension cord usage should be minimized to prevent electrical hazards. Financial preparation includes having cash available for emergency purchases. ATM and credit card systems may be temporarily unavailable during power outages. Insurance policy information should be readily accessible for potential claims. Homeowner and automobile coverage details require review for winter weather damage. Business and economic considerations. Commercial operations should implement severe weather protocols. In the next 25 minutes, we'll provide comprehensive analysis of an unusual weather pattern affecting millions of Americans. Historical context and data analysis. Examining NOAA's 40-year database reveals this type of sequential system development. Employee safety policies require activation for transportation and facility access. Supply chain disruptions may affect inventory and delivery schedules. Retail establishments should prepare for temporary closures and reduced customer traffic during storm periods. Restaurant and hospitality services may experience staffing and supply challenges. Healthcare facilities activate emergency staffing and patient care protocols. Essential personnel should arrange alternative transportation and accommodations. School districts coordinate with transportation services for safe operations. Child care arrangements require contingency planning for working parents. Key takeaway summary. 3 major points require emphasis for public safety and preparation. Occurs approximately twice per winter season. However, the southern extent of Arctic air. First, this represents a significant multi-day winter weather event affecting millions of Americans from the northern plains to New England. Preparation must be completed before Friday evening. Second, adequate preparation before Friday evening is essential for household safety and comfort during extended cold temperatures. Water, food, power, and heating considerations require immediate attention. Third, community support systems are activated and available for residents requiring assistance during and after these weather events. Emergency contacts and resources should be readily accessible. Final conclusion and outlook. Stay informed through reliable weather sources and emergency management. Penetration places this event in the upper 10% of December cold outbreaks. Communications. Complete essential preparations before temperatures drop Friday evening. Check on neighbors and relatives who may require additional support during extended cold and winter weather conditions. Community cooperation and preparation significantly improve safety outcomes during severe weather events. Our next comprehensive analysis will provide updated information on Monday's potential storm system and continued winter weather outlook. Weather monitoring continues throughout the weekend for developing conditions. Stay safe, stay prepared, and stay informed. Your safety and that of your community depend on careful preparation and sound decision-making during significant winter weather events. Professional meteorological services for the eastern United States. Temperature departures of 20 to 30 degrees below normal. Provide the most reliable forecasts and safety guidance for your region. Emergency management agencies coordinate response and recovery operations to ensure public safety and welfare throughout these challenging conditions. Thank you for your attention to this comprehensive weather analysis and safety briefing. Continued monitoring and updates will be provided as conditions develop and systems approach. Remember that winter weather preparedness saves lives and protects property. Take action now, stay vigilant, and prioritize safety above all considerations. During this significant multi-system winter weather event, our forecast for areas from the Ohio Valley through the Mid-Atlantic region. Snowfall accumulations from the current system have already exceeded seasonal averages. Across portions of the Northeast, Burlington, Vermont has recorded 14 inches in 24 hours. Albany, New York reports 12 inches of new snow. These totals represent significant transportation and infrastructure challenges for affected communities. Historical comparison shows similar patterns occurred during December 2009 and February 2014. Both events resulted in extensive power outages. From the northern Rockies to New England, you'll understand the atmospheric setup driving these systems and transportation disruptions lasting multiple days. Economic impacts during those events exceeded $2.5 billion across affected regions. Insurance claims data from similar events indicate primary damages occur from frozen pipes, roof collapses, and extended power outages. Population centers most affected historically include Boston, Hartford, Albany, and Burlington areas. Rural regions typically experience longer recovery periods due to infrastructure accessibility challenges. Model consensus and confidence analysis. European, American GFS, and Canadian weather models show remarkable agreement on the overall pattern evolution. Confidence levels exceed 85% for the second system's track from the Central Plains toward the Great Lakes region. The third system, developing early next week, presents moderate confidence at 65% for significant northeast snowfall potential. Computer projections indicate this third system could affect the Interstate 95 corridor. Receive detailed timelines for each affected region and learn essential preparation strategies. From Washington, D.C. to Boston. Ensemble modeling suggests snowfall totals of 4 to 8 inches are possible across metropolitan areas that have experienced limited winter weather thus far this season. Model agreement increases to 90% for Arctic air penetration, reaching as far south as the Carolinas. Temperature forecasts show high confidence for record or near-record cold readings across the Ohio Valley and Mid-Atlantic. Timing precision improves within 72 hours of each system's arrival in affected regions. Uncertainty factors include exact storm tracks and precipitation-type transitions. Detailed timeline analysis begins. The current system will complete its passage through New England by Thursday evening. Wind gusts exceeding 40 miles per hour will continue across exposed areas of Vermont, New Hampshire, and Maine through Thursday night. This multi-system approach represents a significant winter weather event demanding careful attention. Friday morning brings the second system's impact to the Central Plains. Winter weather advisories will likely extend from Nebraska through Iowa and southern Wisconsin. Snowfall rates of 1 to 2 inches per hour are forecast during peak intensity Friday afternoon. This system progresses eastward Friday evening, affecting the Great Lakes region overnight. Detroit, Cleveland, and Buffalo will experience snow beginning after midnight Friday and continuing through Saturday morning. Lake effect snow enhancement is expected. Downwind of Lake Ontario and Lake Erie, accumulations could reach 12 to 18 inches in typical lake effect snow belts. Travel conditions will deteriorate rapidly. Friday evening across Interstate 80 and Interstate 90 corridors. Commercial vehicle restrictions may be implemented along these major transportation routes. The third system requires careful monitoring. Here's your complete weather analysis and safety guidance for Sunday through Monday development. Initial indications suggest formation over the southern plains Saturday evening with northeastward movement toward the Appalachian Mountains by Sunday. Precipitation type will depend on exact track and thermal profile establishment. Snow, sleet, or freezing rain remain possible, depending on surface temperature patterns. Comprehensive regional impact breakdown. Northern Virginia residents should prepare for gusty winds Thursday and Friday, with temperatures falling to the single digits Friday night. Power outages remain possible due to tree limbs weakened by recent ice storms. Dominion Energy reports pre-positioning of additional repair crews throughout Northern Virginia and metropolitan Washington areas. Residential heating demands will increase significantly. Atmospheric analysis begins. To understand why this week's weather is particularly complex, we must examine 3 key factors as wind chill values drop below 0 degrees. Central Virginia faces similar temperature drops, with wind chill values reaching minus 10 degrees by Saturday morning. Residents should monitor potential waterline freezing in exposed areas. Pipe insulation and faucet dripping protocols become essential preventative measures. The Tidewater region will experience the coldest temperatures in 3 years. Norfolk and Virginia Beach should prepare for sustained winds and coastal flooding concerns. Chesapeake Bay water temperatures will approach freezing levels for the first time this season. Pennsylvania residents face the most significant winter weather impacts from all 3 systems. Pittsburgh could receive accumulating snow from both Friday's system and Monday's development. Philadelphia and surrounding areas should. Monitor the third system's potential impact. New Jersey and Delaware coastal regions, creating this unusual pattern. First, a powerful upper-level trough is directing Arctic air masses southward, face unique challenges from potential nor'easter development. Ocean water temperatures remain above freezing, but Arctic air intrusion could create significant temperature gradient zones. Infrastructure and transportation analysis. Interstate 95 corridor operations will face significant challenges. Beginning Friday evening, state transportation departments have pre-positioned salt and plow equipment from Virginia through Maine. Travel delays and cancellations are anticipated at major airports including Reagan National, BWI, Philadelphia, and Newark. Flight operations typically resume within 24 to 48 hours following system passage. Power grid operators across the region have activated emergency protocols. Dominion Energy has positioned additional crews throughout Virginia and West Virginia. PPL Electric reports equipment pre-staging across Pennsylvania service areas. Much further than typical December patterns, this represents a significant departure from normal winter positioning. Natural gas demand will increase substantially, requiring pipeline pressure monitoring. School districts in affected regions have announced closure decisions. For Friday and Monday, parents should verify specific district communications through official websites and notification systems. Public transportation systems are implementing modified schedules and service reductions. Washington Metro, SEPTA, and New Jersey Transit have announced contingency operations. Amtrak services along the Northeast Corridor may experience delays and cancellations. Comprehensive preparation checklist. Essential steps must be completed before Friday evening to ensure household safety and comfort. Step 1 requires water storage preparation. Fill bathtubs and additional containers with clean water before temperatures drop.